Alright, Knights of Apollo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the battlefield. Once again, we are playing Total War, or Rome Total War. This is a 2 versus 2 versus 2 versus 2, and only one army will be left standing. So this is actually a replay from a live stream that I did a couple days ago. So be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the bell so you don't miss any future streams. I think I'm going to stream Monday through Friday, kind of later in the day. So I think that it just works better for my schedule. And also, I think most of my viewers are NA. So if you want to play with me, against me, whatever, be sure to join those streams, because they are a lot of fun. I think I had the most fun I ever had in a long time streaming Rome Total War. So let's jump in here and see what this one is all about. So like I said, it's a 2v2v2v2. Let me go ahead and pause it really quick because it starts off fairly quickly. So let's start with my team over here. I am playing as the Seleucids, and I've got a lot of the Silver Shield Pikemen. These guys are nasty, nasty soldiers. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units of the Silver Shield. I have 4 units of archers in the mix. They're kind of hard to see. And then I have 5 units of cataphracts, I believe. My ally is the Ryan King. He is going as Carthage. He is bringing the Sacred Band. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of them. He is bringing some slingers. I think he's got about 4 units of them. And then finally, he's got 4 units of Sacred Band Cav. So the mighty Sacred Band army is on the march. Let's look at our opponents here. We've got the Barbarian team. We have Gaul, led by a Bravado. I don't know why I always struggle with that word. But yeah, he's got some swordsmen, some chosen swordsmen. Just like a mix of them. He's also bringing the Barbarian Noble Cav. So how many's he got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very cool. Let's look at the... Oh, we got Germania over here, who have the Spear Warband. It's like pikes here. So 2 units of them. In the back, he is bringing some Gothic cavalry. So he's got a couple units of them, like 3 or 4. Then he's got some Naked Fanatics. Oh yeah, it's getting hot. Some Axemen on the battlefield as well, a couple units of them. He has the famous Berserkers that are going to be scary to deal with, and he's got some chosen archers. So those are some pretty nasty archers. We got to look out for that. Now, way over here, and then we can get this battle started, we have Team Macedon. So we have 2 armies of Team Macedon. We have Odd Glorfindel. He is bringing some Macedonian Cav to the battlefield. So very cool. And of course, he has some Royal Pikemen. Macedon just looks so cool. They look so awesome. And then his ally over here is Chad D. McTitties. So he's bringing some Phalanx Pikemen. And I think he's got some Cretan archers as well, mixed in with the armored bodyguard and some companion cav. Oh yeah, the companion cav are just sick, awesome. Finally, the last team. There's so many armies, it's awesome. Wait, where are we? Hold on. There's no mini-map. I can't see where I am. Anyways, we have the Greek city-states. We have Emperor of the Great Unknown bringing some armored hoplites, some Spartan hoplites, and some Cretan archers. So a good mix of those forces. And then we have Jake and Shake 84 bringing some Spartan hoplites. And he's got some armored hoplites as well. So this is a very similar... I think both armies are extremely similar. He's got some Cretan archers. And then finally over here is bringing some Greek cav. The Greek cav, not very good. But you can't go wrong with bringing some sort of cav to the battlefield. Anyway, so let's press play and get this one rolling. So, we smell blood. We see that Macedon's pretty far away and the Barbarians are close, so we've decided to make a move for the Barbarians. Ryan is just going in right now. He's got his forces running full speed. He's trying to get his slingers in range. He's got his cav lined up, ready to strike. He's just kind of analyzing the battlefield right now with the Sacred Band. But yeah, I'm just trying to get up there. I'm a little further away, so I'm just trying to march up there and get to this fight. So yeah, we're just kind of looking around, and then by complete shock, complete surprise, we have Gaul going forward to meet us. I could not believe this. Now, the only thing I could think is, like, maybe he thought he was going to win this engagement. I mean, he might possibly will, but it's, I mean, I like this aggressive play going for the slingers, but he's going to be a little short, and he's going to run right into the Sacred Band, which almost instantly makes them break. And then, of course, we have the Sacred Band Cav going in, and now he's going to try to flank around, but my Cav shows up in time to prevent him from maneuvering around the Ryan King's infantry. So I'm a little surprised by this. The only thing I can think of is maybe he didn't expect my army to show up like that. But yeah, he's getting double teamed right now, and I'm gonna move in and support the Ryan King. Now I'm surrounding this Cav. It's just perfect, just perfect. My cataphracts are just going in, and look at, they're just like angelic. The white and silver armor, they just glow on the battlefield. And we just see, at this point, we're like sharks that just smell blood in the water. We see a great opportunity to use our Cav to just completely surround and slaughter this army from Gaul. You know, we took out their Cav, and we don't really see a lot of anti-Cav infantry. So really, there's not a lot of concern here. And we're just going in. We're just going in, and we're trying to do as much damage as possible. And there we go. The cataphracts moving in. We've got some swordsmen who are just trying to get out of there. And then this is really what's left of the of Gaul's force. Barbarian Noble Cav. Now, I'm not too worried about it because we do have them outnumbered, and I just go for it. I'm just like, yeah, let's fight. Let's do this. Let's get this over with. He actually does a pretty good job of kind of surrounding my Cav force. Still not too concerned about it. My Cav force is pretty strong. I got more units coming back who were chasing down some swordsmen. And that's going to seal the deal right there. The Ryan King was coming back in to kind of get a piece of that action. And now we're just going to go in and take on the Warband, which Warband are just complete trash. And yeah, there we go. Yeah. They are a spear unit, but they're kind of more of a support unit, you know? You don't want them fighting alone.
The enemy general is running away.
Yes, perfect. Now, this is, okay, let's just pause it here. This is a strange maneuver by Macedon here. We have Glorfindel sending over some Macedonian Cav, which this Cav is okay, but compared to our Sacred Band and our cataphracts, they stand no chance. Now, why did he do this? I'm not really sure. If you're watching Glorfindel, maybe you can explain in the comments. Maybe you're trying to go with a cheeky move and you were going to get us by surprise. I don't know, but I just feel like having this Cav would have, you know, it's more helpful to kind of focus on the opponent ahead of you and then deal with the victor of the other fight. So I think he would have been better off charging his Cav down here and trying to get these archers or something, because this turns on him so fast. Ready? Here we go. So he goes in. He goes for Ryan's Sacred Band. Now he's going to run into the Warband. Remember, they're enemies too, so he's going to fight off the Warband. And now I'm just going to charge in my Cav. I make a mistake. My timing here is a little bad. But finally, I commit more troops to the fight. And I'm just going to, what I'm going to do is circle around and see how long, this took me way too long to do. But that's okay. I'm still going to be able to surround and kill this Cav. I would just wish I was a little bit faster so this unit wouldn't waver like this. And now the Sacred Band are going in. And now we have infantry. This is actually my infantry, the Silver Shield Pikemen. And I was like, screw it. Don't go into phalanx formation. Just charge in. And that's exactly what I do. I got this Cav surround. Look at this. Just completely surrounded. So this really turned into our favor and is helping us rack up more kills. Because remember, this is not last man standing. This is scored resolution. So this is helping us gain a lot of kills. Finally, I go ahead and I'm like, okay, let me put them in phalanx. And yeah. Them pulling out like that is causing a lot of casualties, and they are fleeing and breaking from the battlefield. So that was huge for us. And now we're going to continue to push our armies because we have Gaul, who's, I assume, is going to try to regroup with his ally. There must have been some really bad miscommunication between Germania and Gaul. By the way, Germania is edible cactus. I think I forgot to mention his name. But yeah, so we got to deal with Germania now. Now over on the other side, we've got a big skirmish unraveling before us. Now, there's a little bit of cav play going on in the back, it looks like. And it does look like the Greek city-states won that cav engagement. And that's the other thing. Macedon's cav was better than the Greek cavalry. So they could have used them really effectively in this fight instead of just kind of blobbing them against us and getting surrounded and wiped out. So I think Macedon made a big mistake there. He killed a decent amount of my cataphracts, but it wasn't worth it. I think Macedon would have been better off with the cav alive than not alive, obviously. And you can see some of their units have returned, and I think he's going to try to regroup and, or no, did they? Yeah, they've returned, but they're severely weakened. They've already broken once. Anyways, let's go back over to this fight and see how this is playing out. So now I am rushing up my archers. I see that there really isn't that much cav I'm threatened by. There is some German cav over here, some Germanic cav, the Gothic cav, but they're pretty far away. And if they make a move for my archers, my cav is nearby and they would quickly defend the archers. So that's why my archers are so pushed up without any proper, you know, defensive units. My infantry is closing into with the Silver Shield pikemen. So the archers are going to let loose, and I'm just going to do as much damage from afar as possible. Currently, right now, I'm firing at some naked fanatics. They are naked, so lightly armored. They do have big shields, which could be a problem, but we are chewing away at his numbers. He's down to 61 men. Very cool. I think the Ryan King is focusing his slingers on... Oh, I might be focusing on these archers here. I don't know. I'm just throwing down hate on Germania. All these arrows, look at that. And now I'm shifting over 3 of my cav units. Because in this situation, we were thinking... Here, let me pause it really quick. In this situation, we were thinking, okay, he's got 3 units of cav. Not a lot. Not a lot. We have Sacred Band. Fairly healthy. We got 3 cataphracts. I'm going to keep 1 cataphract here just to help hammer and anvil the enemy. So we're not thinking... We're not too worried about it. You know, we're not too worried about it. But we got 2 berserkers here. And honestly, guys, I forgot how deadly the berserkers are. I mean, absolute monsters of units. So... We'll see how this plays out, but let's go to the other side actually really quick and see how this is playing out. And we actually have the Greeks making a kind of shift to the right. Actually, both sides are... Oh, look at this. I just love... The way the pikes interact in this game is just so amazing. Oh my goodness, look at that. That looks so cool. With all those pikes in the background. That's awesome. Look at them go at it, man. Look at them go at it. They're fighting the tough fight right now. So we'll see who takes that one. But as that's going on, we're moving up our army. We didn't want to hesitate. We knew our infantry would overwhelm his. We now push in cav. And sure enough, the Sacred Band's going in. He tries to charge the berserkers. But these berserkers go wild. Go wild. And they're about to just... wreck our world right now. These berserkers are going in like madmen. Absolute madmen. And I even charge them like, whatever, just some berserkers, who cares? No, big mistake. Big mistake. These berserkers are going in like crazy, and they are wrecking my troops. They destroy... Well, the Ryan King was able to crush the Gothic cav, but he lost a unit to berserkers. And, yeah. They're slaughtering my cav right now. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So we lost a bunch of cav, but meanwhile, we're charging in. Infantry fight is going extremely well. Silver Shield going in. The Spear Warband stand no chance. I still have my 1 unit of cav here that's going to be able to run down the archers who are in reserve. So you can see this fight is going pretty well. Let's go back over to this one and see how this one is progressing. So it's looking like, we go through this really quick, it looks like Macedon is getting the win here. I assume the Royal Pikemen just did numbers here, absolute wrecking of these forces. And you can see there's a bit of a fight there, and there we go. Oh, Macedonian's general is down. That's a good win for the Spartans. And then we have, well, the Greeks, I mean. We have Spartan hoplites trying to hold on here against these Royal Pikemen. This is a tough fight, but they are about to be flanked right here. The Royal Pikemen moving in to try to help their brothers in arms against these Spartans. And now the Greeks are doing what they can. They are trying to flank the Macedonian pike unit, but the pike unit quickly shifted over and are now focusing against these this Greek cav. I think he needs to disengage here. The Greek cav is going to, they're going to break if they're not too careful. This is Jake and Shake, 84. He's just going in for the long. I think he's just trying to save his Spartans, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Now we've got some Greek archers opening fire, trying to save their army, but it's not going to pay off. And the Greek cav, I mean, I think they're down to like 1 unit, so it's really going to come down to the Macedonian hoplites here. They're still fighting, though. I'm actually pretty impressed. This Greek cav is still fighting. Anyways, let's go back over to the other side and see how this one's playing out. Well, we've got... Well, we're winning. We're winning. The barbarians are uncontrollable and have decided to charge straight into a pike formation, which is perfect for us because that's how you kill barbarians, with a long, pointy stick. You do not want to get close to these guys. And I love the voice acting for these guys. So goofy. Come on, guys, clean them up, clean them up. There we go. Cataphracts go in, we kill them. Yeah, so there we go. And at this point, we've killed everything except for a couple units of cav. So really, all 3 units of cav still alive. So they've kind of rallied their cap. Not too worried about it. We see no reason, because we can't chase them down, right? We're not going to go for it. Now what we're going to do is shift over to the other side of the battlefield and really kill the victor of whoever wins this. Now, if we head back this way, the Spartans are still fighting. They're still fighting, and we still have some Greek cav harassing these Macedonian hoplites. So Greece is still doing what they can to win the day. They're doing what they can to win the day. But, oh. So that was not the Greeks charging into us. That was the general, like, fleeing from the battle, and he ran into my Silver Shield pikemen. So that was nice. That was a nice general kill. You get a lot of points for general kills, so can't complain there, that's for sure. But our army is still very strong infantry-wise, archer-wise. Cav-wise, not so much. We've got 2 units of cav. We've got 1 Sacred Band, and we have 1 Cataphract. That's it. So we're going to be very infantry-focused. So we're going to watch out for that. And I know what these guys are going to do at this current time. You see these guys? They're going to wait until we are fully committed into fighting Macedonia, and then they're going to charge in their cav, which is what I would do too. So can't blame them for that. It's just what we're going to have to do at this point is hold back some pikes in reserve to protect the rear of our army against cycle charges from the barbarian cav. So I have that in mind. I know going into this battle at this point, I knew. I was like, no. You know, you think you can sneak around and kill our archers or whatever. That's not going to happen. I'm going to hold back some units of infantry, and I am going to, make sure that doesn't happen. Now, finally, the Macedonians have completely destroyed the Greeks. This was an epic battle over here. Much closer than our battle. But yeah, you know, a battle of pikes, and it was crazy, just absolutely crazy. But what they need to do now is regroup. Oh, there we go. Smart play. Chasing down the general.
Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts.
I love these advisors here. It's so funny. But yeah, what they have to do is regroup. I think it's quite clear at this point of the battle that they just don't have enough infantry to defeat us. Nor do they have cav, and that's why I wanted to bring that up earlier. Remember, Macedon sent in that huge amount of cav against us, and if he didn't do that, hear me out. If he didn't do that, I think he would have defeated the Greeks faster because they would have had the cav. So if they defeated the Greeks faster, they would have a bigger army, and if they had cav at this point, they would have been able to work with the enemy. They would have been able to work with this, you know, Gothic cav force to surround and harass our army, because we don't have enough cav to defend every archer. So they could have done some major damage to us, but he didn't do that. He charged in his cav in a very weird time. I do have my cav kind of chilling back here. I know I'm watching these guys. I'm like, I'm watching. This was my message to the player. Like, I know you're there. I know you're there. Don't worry, you're not sneaking up on anyone. The Ryan King is going for it all here. He's just like, no, where are you going? Don't run to the tree line. Fight! And so they answer the call, and they turn their sights over to our forces. Naturally, our slingers and archers are going to start slinging and firing, letting loose, trying to kill as many of these guys from afar. But we don't really need to worry about killing these guys down with archers. We're just going to move in the infantry and secure the W. But, you know, Macedon might have gotten enough kills to win as well. This is still anyone's game at this point. We got to play this smart. We got to play this well. And I see that he's shifting a lot of troops to face Carthage, so I'm going to shift a little over to the right to kind of flank his position. And now we've got another phalanx battle. This is pretty cool. No Roman armies in this matchup, so it was nice to see all the phalanx.
The enemy army is in
and
flight.
You can see
Pursue
I've
them.
got
Drive
one,
them from
2
the
units
battlefield.
of pikemen in reserve watching that cav. Of course, I have my cav as well. And the Ryan King is now using his cav aggressively. I say, yeah, go for it. I think he's going for... oh, yeah, he's going for the general. But if the general doesn't stand his ground... oh, he's getting slinged. That's nice. This is so epic, dude. This game is so epic. I can't get over it. Here goes a nice hammer and anvil. And... that's kind of 2 for 1 stone, 2 birds there. 2 birds with 1 stone. Anyways, you got the general and the hammer and anvil.
And now his men fear
And just
us.
like that, they
The attack.
break. Now, sure enough, the Ryan King was using his cav aggressively. So he's able to run down these archers without any kind of resistance because we didn't really have anything there. I'm going to go ahead and shift over my cav, but my cataphracts probably are too slow to catch up to him. I mean, they are a heavy cav. I mean, they're both heavy cav. It might be the same speed, but I don't know. I feel like cataphracts are... I don't really know this... whatever. I don't know exactly their speed, but he charges in and faces me. That was a really good charge. So really good job there. That's huge. That gets some more kills. Helps out the team. But this is definitely where things get a little weird. The player didn't really want to engage us because honestly, like, what are you gonna do? You know, it's a bunch of porcupines coming for you. You're not gonna charge into it. Now he tries to get creative here and goes for, I think he tries to go for the archers, but we're like, we can just form a box around our archers. Meanwhile, our archers and slingers are just kind of throwing stuff at him as he gets close. So even if he tries to like bob and weave and get in between our infantry to kill the archers, he's constantly getting hit by arrows. See, here we go. I'm like, nope, that's not gonna happen. And he just doesn't go for it. You see, he gets a nice little charge there. but it doesn't matter. You know, they break. Yeah. A good charge over there, but again, the Sacred Band ready to defend the archers.
The enemy general is running
So,
away.
yeah, I think it's good. If there's no way you're gonna get a lot of kills, it's just kind of like just go in and do what you can without like delaying the game, because it's just, we could have done this all day and he wouldn't have gotten anything out of this. So it's kind of like common courtesy, which, you know, he does charge him in. He doesn't just play this game all day. So respect to the players. Edible cactus. So there you have it, guys. That is the battle, but the question is, who is going to take it all? Well, what we're gonna have to do is edit this out, because we have to wait for all these wavering troops to get off the battlefield. So here we go. All right, guys, here we are. We were victorious. I think that was pretty obvious. We did really well at the beginning of this battle. We were able to divide and conquer. Oh, man. Bravado, man. 46 kills. No. Bravado. I think he's a newer player. Gaul is a challenging faction to play, especially as a newer player. That's why I'm not playing as them. 46 kills. That's pretty. Hey, can we get an F in the chat for Bravado? An absolute legend. That's got to be one of the fewest kills I've ever seen in a battle. But I say it with love. I say it with love because I appreciate all the players in here who took part. Because you know, at the end of the game, it's just at the end of the day, it's just a game. His ally did a little bit better there with 577 kills. Then we have the 2 Macedon versus 2 Greek matchup, where that was really close. But Odd Glorfindel, who was the one who charged in his cav pretty crazy, he got the most kills out of that matchup. His ally doing pretty good too. Unfortunately, Greece was just not able to get the job done. So we were able to rack up a lot of kills here. We're about even in kills. And that's just crazy. That's just absolutely crazy. That was a fun fight. I really enjoyed that fight. Hey, I had positive KD here. Well, I still have. I almost have 1,000 men remaining. That's insane. Barely lost anything. So it was a pretty clear victory, like I said. But dude, these battles are so much fun. Win, lose, whatever. The 2v2v2s or the 8-player free-for-alls. Absolutely a blast. So remember, guys, I stream you know, often, so be sure to hit the bell, hit the subscribe button, and join the streams, join the battles. They're good fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time on the battlefield. And I'm delaying here because here is the kills. I forgot to show you the kills. Let's see, they're actually not too crazy. 238 with my cataphracts. No surprise, cataphracts got a lot of kills. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time on the battlefield.